Hi everyone. I'm so glad to have you with me here today. I'm on my back deck, and what my plans are for today is to get this back deck looking like spring and ready for summer. It's a little drab looking right now. I need to add in some plants and some pillows and just do a few things here to get her ready for spring and summer. I've been working on my front porch. I've got that all finished. I finished my side garden, got that in pretty good shape. So for those of you that haven't seen those videos, I'll link those in my description box in case you might enjoy those. But I guess where I'll start today, I'm just going to start by walking around this deck and kind of showing you what I've got to start with. And then I might move a few things around. I don't know. We'll see. You know how it is. You never know till you get into it. So we'll just see. But hopefully by the end of this day, we'll have a little color out here, and it'll be all ready to get out here and enjoy it for the warm weather. But thanks again, you guys, for always joining me. I appreciate it. I thank you for all your comments. And if you're enjoying these videos, I sure would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe and share these videos, because it really helps my channel. And I'm just going to start right now, just going around here and kind of showing you what I've got to work with. All right, y'all, let's just do a little walk around here and I'll show you what I got going on. Still got this spinning wheel that I may move somewhere else. Still got my table that Greg made for me. And I've just got a little box sitting on top of it. That's probably gonna go. And I've got my 4 iron chairs that I got at Tractor Supply. Still really liking those. We ordered a glider the other day to have something out here that's kind of comfortable to sit on. So I'll probably add some pillows there. Still got my barrel and an old firkin that I think I had on my front porch last year. Probably still have, yep, still got some dirt in it. I'll probably end up planting something in that. And we got us a grill to go out here. Boy, that thing has been, never thought I would really like cooking on a Blackstone with a flat surface. I always thought I'd want like a gas grill or a charcoal grill, but I've really grown to love that thing. And let's see here. Had this out here, but I had it over on the other wall. And let's see, got another little chair that we found, he picked up somewhere. It's a little glider. It's really comfortable. Still got my crock shelf with my crocks, and my Arbuckles box with some barrels. And let's see, still got my 2 chairs over here, my black iron chairs. And I've got my wonderful bee skep that Miss Betty Crowe gave me. And I'm not sure if it's going to stay on this table or if I may move it. I don't know. We'll see. But just going to get started planting, get some things planted up, and that'll help it, just getting some things planted, and then decide what I'm going to do with this spinning wheel and if I want to keep it out here. All right, y'all, I'm going to start over here with these big iron chairs. And I got some cushions. I bought these cushions not too long ago at, we have a store around here called Gabe's. I don't know if you guys have one of those, but it is, I mean, these were good cushions. I think they were either $19.99 or $24.99 for the set. And if you've tried to price cushions, that wasn't a bad price at all. So I got a couple of those that I'm gonna put in these seats, and they fit perfect. And y'all, I bought these chairs. They're like little bouncing kind of chairs. They kind of rock a little bit. I got these at a yard sale a couple years, no, probably 3 or 4 years ago, I guess, for $5 a piece. My husband and I were out one day and got these chairs for $5 a piece, and they've been the best chairs. And the good thing about getting this black iron is you can just paint it. When it starts looking bad, grab you a can of flat spray paint and go to town. Black spray paint and go to town. And I kind of wanted to follow my little theme from my front porch. I always do the Americana look in the spring and summer with the flags and And on my white house, it kind of shows up good. And so I kind of thought I would follow suit back here on the deck. Ordered some pillows a while back. I've had them from Amazon, and they're just blue buffalo check. And I think they'll look good out here, but we'll add those a little bit later. Okay, now let's see. What do I need to do next? I guess I need to decide about this spinning wheel. All right, guys, I think I've decided I'm going to move this somewhere else. Hopefully I can find a place in the house to put it. And really the only purpose this thing serves out here is when my little grandson Cruz comes out here. I call him Cruzy. When Cruz comes out here, he likes to see how fast he can get this wheel going. He's almost 3, so cutest little stinker you ever did see. But anyway, I think I'm gonna move this thing in the house. This thing isn't heavy. It's just, well, it is a little bit heavy, but it's very awkward. Okay, got this big blank space here, big spot. I've been all through my house. I've been back in my little storage shed where I had a few things left from the little show I did last Christmas in Springfield, Tennessee. So not having any luck of anything I can find to set here. I wanted something to set here that I could set some plants on, some potted geraniums, and didn't have any luck. So I think what I'm going to do, we have a little antique mall that's close by that sometimes has some stuff at a pretty good price. I'm going to run up there and see if I can find anything. It's up in Springfield too. So y'all cross your fingers. Hopefully I'll find something, and I'll be back shortly. All right, y'all, I'm pulling into the Springfield Antique Barn in Springfield, Tennessee. And I'm fixing to walk through here and see if I can find the perfect piece to go on my deck. Crossing my fingers. All right, I've walked through most of the mall, and I've come upon this booth, and there she sits. Think that's going to be perfect. It looks like just a big wooden bin of some sort. But I think that'll look so good with some stuff sitting on top of it that's planted. It's $85, but the good thing is there is 20% off in this booth. So I ended up getting it for $74 out the door. And here it is in my car, ready to go to her new home. Okay, got her in the house. Let's see if we can see how far we can push it. Usually I'll try to get me a little rug and lay a rug underneath it and slide it. But if I can just get it so far, I think we'll be okay. What we go through to get things to look like we want them to look. Now I'm going to slide it on this little rug. Alright, that's good. So I'm happy with this. Antique Barn, you made me happy this morning. And also wanted to share something else that I found when I was looking for this. Some friends of mine, and I'm sure you guys have seen their video. I've done their home a couple of times. The Woodards, David and Debbie Woodard. They have a booth at the Springfield Antique Barn in Springfield, Tennessee. And they always have the most beautiful stuff. And I got so lucky. I bought a bucket to set on top of this table here, on top of my sawbuck table. And I'm going to run get that and show you guys what I found. Okay, guys, here's the bucket that I got from David and Debbie Woodard in their booth at Antique Barn. And it was $28, and they had 20% off in their booth. So I think out the door with it, tax and all, I got it for $24. So I was happy to get that. Thank you, David and Debbie. I love it, and I'm going to put it to good use out here. I'm going to enjoy it. But also, guys, if you haven't seen the videos of of David and Debbie's home. I'm going to link that in my description box because I think that's something you'll really enjoy. They have beautiful, beautiful antiques, gorgeous pieces. So anyway, okay. So now here's my plan. I went to the garden center. I don't know. While I was at the garden center, I went ahead and bought some geraniums and some things I thought I would plant out here because I didn't want those geraniums to get gone again this year like what happened to me last year. So I've got some down in the basement. So I'm going to get a geranium to put in here, a red geranium. I just think that's going to set this little bucket off. And I also got, while I was out this morning, I stopped by Lowe's and picked up just a little clear tray to put in the bottom of this bucket so I don't end up ruining my bucket with that damp and wet geranium. So let me run downstairs and get a geranium. All right, let's see here. Now, too low. That's going to sit down there too low. We're going to have to put something in here to build this up just a tad because I don't want my geranium sinking down into that bucket. Okay, just got a plastic little bowl I'm going to set down in here I think that'll raise it up just enough. We'll see. Got some little yellow leaves I need. These have been downstairs. But I think that looks pretty. I think that just sets that bucket off right there in the middle of that table. I like that. Okay, now, let's see. I think I'm going to work in this little area back here. I need something to hang right here on this wall. I've still got my hook. And I can't remember what I had hanging here. Probably the last time I had something was during Christmas. I'm going to go see in the house what I can find that'll look good here. And I'll probably put some kind of plant in here. And I don't know. I'm going to go look and see what I can find. All right, guys. I think I'm going to hang this out here. This is a sign. You guys have probably seen this. I've had it everywhere. I've had it on my front porch. I've had it in the house. But for this season, she's going to live out here on the deck. And this is just a sign that I made a while back. Let's see if I can get it hung up here. And again, I'm using these little siding hooks that hang so well. They just slide right up underneath there and they catch up underneath your siding. And they work so well to hang stuff on. And I think that's going to look good with kind of my Americana theme out here with the eagle. I think that's going to look good. So I think what I'm probably going to do is maybe put some kind of flags or something right through here and a plant. Let's see here. I've got a couple of watering cans that I brought up and some flags. I just tried to gather up some things that I had that I've used on my porch throughout the seasons. And let me see here. All right, I think I'm going to use this little watering can. Set this watering can here. And I've got these flags that are just tea-dyed, the Betsy Ross flags, just tea-dyed flags. And I've got a piece of styrofoam down in here, so I'm just going to put these flags in this styrofoam, kind of arrange them the way I want them. At least this way, after I get my things in place, what I'm going to use out here, I think I'll be better suited to decide what's going to look best as far as the plants I've got, where I need to add live plants and greenery and flowers. Yeah, I think that looks good there. I like the flags. Of course, the watering can is your spring and summer. That's going to look good for spring and summer. And then this kind of ties in together with the patriotic look and Americana look. Now I'm going to run downstairs and see in the plants I've got and see, get me a plastic bucket and plant something and put it in here. All right, guys, I'm outside here. I didn't want to do this planting on my deck because I didn't want to get this pot and soil everywhere and stain my floor all up. So I've moved outside here, and I wanted to show you what I'm going to plant in. I found these two old buckets that my husband had buried in some of his junk in the back, and I said, oh, I need those buckets. They'll be perfect for what I want to use. So what I did, I put some drain holes. I just hit a big nail in the bottom of this and kind of wiggled it around and made some drain holes in the bottom of these so that they'll get good drainage. And then I have 2 old terracotta pots. These are kind of the old dark clay colored. I love these. Got a couple of those that I'm going to plant something in. And then once I get all this stuff planted, then we'll just figure out where we want to put it on the deck. All right, I'm going to start with my buckets first. Get me some potting soil in here. So let's see here. We'll use this as our front side. Okay, let's put this geranium. I'm going to put this one in the back here. Okay. Move this so you guys can see what I'm doing. My table's a little bit crooked. I'm kind of sitting on the side of a hill, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. All right, now I'm going to put, all right, let's put one of these asparagus ferns in the back. Well, you know, you can think and think and think about this and probably put way too much thought in it, because whatever you put and whatever you plant, once you get it out and set it out, it's going to be beautiful. It doesn't have to be perfect, and whatever you decide that you want to go with, it's going to look beautiful. Okay, and then after I get these all placed, I'll go in and fill in all my air pockets with potting soil. Might use this. Well, it looks awful pretty. The white mixed with the red right there next to those flags. I bet that would be really pretty. Yeah, let's do that. But I finally found these white geraniums at a garden center. I had looked at Lowe's and Tractor Supply and Home Depot. I'd been everywhere trying to find these pretty white geraniums, and finally found some at a little local place up in Springfield yesterday. Mama and I went up there and she got her some too. So now all I want to do is I'm going to add a sweet potato vine that will kind of trail down through here. And these should do good up there on that deck. Even though they don't get a lot of sun, it's going to be really hot up there, and that sun won't burn them up. Well, that looks really pretty. Now I got to do is fill it in with some potting soil. Y'all, we went down and planted the perennials for my daughter that I was telling you about. She was working on a flower garden. Mama, myself, Greg, and my husband, Ricky, we went down there to help her get them all in the ground. And bless her heart, she's so excited because this is her first actual flower bed that she's made or she's done. And she loves indoor plants, so she fools with them all the time. So she's really excited about doing stuff outside. And yeah, we planted an old-fashioned snowball bush out in her yard, and she called me day before yesterday. She was so upset. She said, "Mom, the deer have eaten my snowball bush. I have nothing but little stems sticking out." So I went down there and looked at it yesterday, and sure enough, you can tell where the deer have been a hold of it. Which, if you read about it, it says that deer don't even like the old-fashioned snowball bush, but for some reason they ate hers. So now we've been trying to look up ways to keep the deer from getting into her flower bed. And I did read that deer don't like lavender, which we planted lavender. They don't like, we planted some poppies, some speedwell, several things that the deer supposedly don't like. So maybe that'll keep them away. And we also read, both of my daughters are hairdressers, and we also read that if you'll take human hair, which she has an overabundance of where she cuts hair and does hair every day, if you'll take human hair and spread it around your plants, that the deer won't come around. The deer won't try to eat your plants with that human hair. So she said, "I guess I'll be coming home with a bag of human hair every day to sprinkle around my plants." All right, I think we're good with this one. We'll give it a good watering before we go upstairs. Set it out of the way. Okay, and what I think I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to plant these two pots here first, because this is going to be pretty simple. I'm just putting a red geranium. in each one of these pots. So let me get some potting soil in these. And I gotta tell y'all, I love reading the comments that y'all leave me because I get laughing so hard at some of them. Some of you guys got a good sense of humor. Somebody left me one and said, you need to paint your shovel handle yellow or orange or pink or something really bright so you don't keep losing your shovel. And I laughed so hard and I thought, you know what, that's a good idea. Okay. I love these where they have a little bit of the white on them. I think they're so pretty. And this thing, whew, these geraniums are needing some water to give them a good watering. Actually found this pot in my shed. This is going to slide down in that wooden bucket that I had next to the watering can with the flags. So I'm going to drop this down into that bucket. It'll fit perfect. So I'm going to do it next. All right, let's start with our white geranium. Okay. And I've got one of these white primrose. And then a big, really beautiful sweet potato vine. And an asparagus fern. Let's fill it in with some dirt. Just about finished. Okay. Now we go. Yesterday, the grandkids were up here. I had Bonnie, Cooper, and Cruz up here. And me and Cruz were in the house playing. And Bonnie and Cooper were out here with Pawpaw playing. And Cooper comes running in the house and he says, Granny, Granny. And I said, what's wrong, baby? I could tell by the tone of his voice. He said, we saw a snake. I said, oh my gosh, a snake. I screamed, a snake. And he said, yes. He said, me and Pawpaw were trying to check on the baby birds because there's more little baby birds back there in my husband's shed. There were little blue eggs and now they've hatched. And I bet that old snake was trying to get to those baby birds. But anyway, they were back there trying to see the little baby birds, and he had a box of something in that shed, and there was that old snake coiled up in that box. And of course his answer was, that snake's not going to hurt you, it's just a chicken snake. Well, I said, you're failing to understand something. I know they're good and I know they kill the poisonous snakes, but if I come in contact with that chicken snake, he may not bite me and hurt me, but I'll hurt myself trying to get away from him, or worse. So now I'm nervous about putting my little stuff back under his shed where I keep my dirt, and I'm kind of scared. I've heard more people talking about seeing snakes this year. I guess it's getting all warm and they're ready to come out. All right, there we go. Now that's going to perk up and it's going to look really good here just after it gets some water, and in about a day it's going to look good. All right, now I'm going to clean up my mess, and then I'm going to water these good. Then I'm going to take them all upstairs, and then we'll decide where we want to put them on my deck. All right, I think I'm going to add some more of these tea-dyed flags in this basket here. And I've just got some styrofoam that I'm going to set down here in the basket. But I'm actually going to take the basket down. It's going to be a whole lot easier to do it with it down. Just put my styrofoam in the bottom. And just kind of work these little flags around. There we go. Now, I think this chair needs a couple of throw pillows. I actually took a coverlet throw that I had and cut it in half and laid half of it over the back of this, because see, this is that canvas, a light colored canvas, and that's just not going to work out here for me. I've got to have the darker colors. So just folded this over to cover up that canvas, and then I took a cushion that I had from last year, an outdoor cushion, and used Gale Reader's trick and just folded the other half of this coverlet throw and just safety pinned it on here to look like we've covered a cushion. Got a red check pillow and just a blue old looking print. And I think that looks good there hanging with the flags. And this is one of the pots that I replanted. I think I'll just set it right here. It just has nothing but a geranium in it. I think that looks pretty. Just simple, but I think it looks good. I'm going to leave my bee skep here. Yeah, I think that looks pretty with those clay pots there. Now I'm going to put this geranium, one of these big geraniums, I'm just going to set it down in this firkin that I used as a planter last year. I'm going to cut these wires off. And that's going to be so pretty when all these buds here start opening up. It's going to look really pretty. All right, guys, I think I'm going to set this planter I made in this bucket here that had the white and the red. I think I'm going to set that on the corner of this piece that I got. And then I may take the bee skep that I got from Miss Betty Crowe. And you guys, I did Betty's house I'll say it was between spring and summer. And I'm going to share a link of her home in the description box below. What a sweet, lovely lady she was. She was really, I got attached to her. I really think a lot of her. And she gave me this bee skep. So let's see. I want to try to arrange this where that bee skep looks good there. These are just some that I bought off of Amazon. Just, you know, just the pillow covers, and then you stuff your own pillows inside. That kind of brightens that up a little bit. I'm going to put a couple of these, more of these throw pillows. I ordered 4 of these. They came 2 in a pack. Okay. Now I just need to figure out something to do on this table. That little table looks pretty there. Now I changed my mind. I did think I was going to put that planter here that I just put on the other table, but I decided this fern would probably do better over here, not in that harsh we get the evening sun out here. So I'm just going to put this fern here. And I think that still looks just as pretty, this fern underneath this sign with the flags. All right, now all I want to do is maybe add a little something I've planted over here, because it's just nothing but crops over here. So I'm going to add a couple of little green things here.